Hello everyone, welcome back to Aventglitch. I hope you like and subscribe. Anyways, I made these pants. I haven't made pants in a while. Shout out to Masubi. Thank you for giving me inspiration to start making pants again. I didn't like the second pattern for pants that I got made, so I went back to the original one and did it with my mentor, and this was it. And I much prefer the look and the feel, and I like it how the pockets are inside. Like they're all just engineered to work, and it works so much better. And I guess engineered garments make something similar. I don't know, but I would never pay like $900 for a pair of pants from engineered garments or anything like that, because $1 million corporation bullshit. I would never want to deal with that. Look at that. Have anything to do with that, because I just don't want to deal with things like that. I hate that stuff. I really do, and I don't think it's even worth my time or my energy or anything like that. I just couldn't imagine how, I remember talking to someone and they had a $600 button-up shirt on from that company, and I'm like, how the hell do you spend $600 on a mass-produced shirt, button-up shirt? It doesn't make any sense to me. And it was the most average, basic button-up shirt I've ever seen. It's every other one I've ever seen. But except it's from a certain company, so I guess it makes it special and worth the money, I guess, or something. Which I guess is fine, but I don't know. You should go to someone that's actually hand making them. I think that's, I think that your money should go there. But those people would also hate the hand make. Well, they don't trust them, or I don't know. They always get the hate for the hand make people, but it's just the reality that we live in. It's just not the incels that are the angry, the people that are angry and hate handmade whatever, because I get so many comments this. I think this pair of pants, someone just commented hey, look at, he made another pair of pants, let's go hate on him again. And it's okay, great pal, you go fuck off. I blocked, I don't even know if I blocked him, but I made sure that he couldn't get his messages seen, right? Because I was just so frustrated and annoyed with all these people that are my girlfriend left me, now I'm gonna go hate on this random person's pants. And I'm of course your girlfriend left you. Look at how you're foaming at the mouth when someone's cutting and sewing a garment, or someone made a garment. I don't an actual woman, in my opinion, or just an actual person, doesn't matter what your gender is, your partner or whatever the hell they are to you, is gonna see that and not want to be around that naturally. They're gonna want to, they don't want to be around someone like that. They don't want it to be someone that they're, dating. So maybe you should get your life together and look at the context of that for 5 minutes, and then decide maybe I'm the problem. But no, I'm the problem somehow. I don't understand how I'm the problem. I don't know what the hell I do half the time. I don't I at one point I made this viral audio, right, and it was me because my chosen dad was sick, and his cousin died from the pandemic that happened recently, and I was miserable because I'm I don't want my chosen dad to pass away, and he was sick for super sick for 10 days, and he had fluid in his lungs, and it just wasn't a fun, it just wasn't I was miserable. Okay, I mean, I had a whole bunch of drama, whatever you want to call it. I had a whole bunch of fallout before all of that. So on top of that, my chosen dad just getting sick, I didn't care about anything else beyond that. So I was just so I made this viral audio, and it got seen by 80,000 people or something, all over Instagram, because that's where it went viral. It didn't go viral much on TikTok, but it was the same people that were, it was the same people that are on TikTok now commenting. But what I'm trying to say is that when I do it on purpose, yes, I can do it on purpose, because I'm having a bad month or a week or something, right? So I'm trying to distract myself from my dad being sick, my chosen dad being sick. But then there's also the the other way, when it's just me just randomly, I'm just making a garment and posting it. I'm not even looking for anything. I'm not looking for drama. I'm not even looking for your opinion. I don't even ask you what you think about it, because I don't care. So when all these weird probably 18 to 20-year-old kids, maybe even younger, I don't know, start commenting oh, your stuff's this, your stuff's that. I'm just I didn't even ask you. I didn't even provoke you. If that provokes you, then you have way worse problems than I thought. I just thought me just like making a viral audio was the reason I was provoking you, but no, you're just always looking for trouble and mess and drama and stuff like that, and it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, I think you have bigger problems to worry about in how you treat women, but no, my pants are more concerning over, why every girl leaves them, which doesn't make any sense to me. What I'm trying to say is that I have to take breaks off of TikTok. Like TikTok, I have to ignore for like a very, very, very long time because it just upsets me and it bothers me because I don't know what I said, I don't know what I did, I don't know what I'm doing. These kids are weird, okay? But anyways, beyond that, yeah, this pair of pants was made from one of my old garments I did make in class too. So it's kind of ironic because the old garment that I put in here was mixed in with like the pants, and those pants are new, but both of the styles are from the same class. So like, yeah, so that's kind of funny how it ended up just being repurposed into the pants. I like to repurpose old projects. No one buys them, and it's been like over a year or something. I just figure out a way to repurpose them into a new project. I do that all the time because I'm just not gonna sit on old things that I know I made and I know they're good, but no one bought them, and I'm not gonna wait another 5 years to find a buyer for them because I just don't care all that much. Like, I want to do something new, so I'll even recycle my old projects to make something new out of it just for the fuck of it because I think it's fun. so yeah, it's fun. It's kind of funny how the old denim jacket that I made got turned into the new denim pants because that was the old repurposing of it. And it's right here on the rack. I mean, obviously I can't see it because where I'm sitting, but because every other garment's in the way. But yeah, there's all that stuff that I constantly do all the time. So I just love like repurposing anything I could possibly find, even expensive garments. I don't care. I'll repurpose garments worth $800 if I can, and then sell it for $300 and never sell it. So, like, I am okay with that. Like, I'm not gonna be ashamed of constantly like being the one that feels like that garment's sacred because it was made by Dior or something like that. No, I fucking hate Dior and I hate all those big major fashion brands. I even I don't like my old stuff sometimes, and I'll repurpose it into something I like even better. And then if that doesn't sell, then I'll eventually, I don't like this anymore, and then I'll just keep on repurposing it until someone buys it, right? So I'll just keep on going and going and going and going and going and going, and it just never ends. And it's just this constant state of like me being satisfied with whatever I do now with the old stuff that I did back then. And if I could go back and even get every garment that I made, I would repurpose them all. Obviously I can't do like some of them sold, some of them give away. But I would honestly take all those old garments and just make a new one out of it, because it's like, to me it's just more extra fabric. And yeah, they've been cut and cut and cut and cut and cut, but like I'm okay with that. I think that would look super interesting to see a garment that would just be like 20 cuts in from the original, just to see how that ends up looking. May it look stupid, may it look good, I don't know. And that's like the thing I'm always like, that's something I've always had in my mind, but I've never been able to do yet because I've only been doing it for 3 years. So this is all this stuff is relatively new to me in comparison to like something I've been doing for a long time, like video editing. Like, I can do that and do that and do that and do that, but like I don't know. I much prefer making garments in the live streaming. Like like what's crazy is that everyone that watches is like, I appreciate all of you. All of you are very nice. I think all of you are very kind people in comparison. And, it's nice that you see me as like a sewing buddy or something, because, I think sewing is something that isn't really live streamed all that often, that from my understanding, because like who really like wants to live stream sewing, right? Like sewing, like a sewing project is very like intimate. And like a lot of people take like more than like, I could do it in 6 hours. Like, this pair of pants took 6 hours, and maybe someone else can't. Maybe that will take like I don't know, like my friend, 3 days to make something. Well, I mean, how like if you say 3 days, when I'm wondering of like, do you cut it one day, do you sew it the next day, and then do you get all the details and finishing the third day? Like, is it like 6 hours of work altogether, or is it like 3 days of like 8-hour work shifts or something to make one garment, because you know, I mean, once you learn the technique, then it doesn't really matter anymore, right? I mean, it's true that, you know, some of my, when I'm burnt out, it takes me a way longer time to make a garment, but like, I'm not burnt out all the time, so that's why it could take me 6 hours to make pants. Like, it's not a problem, it's not hard for me, it's not hard on me, you know, but afterwards, you know, I'm exhausted, but, you know, but like, I'm doing, like, the whole process, I enjoy it so much that, you know, it's not like a burden on me to like, oh, another 6-hour work shift. Like, no, I'm happy to do that in 6 hours or 4 hours for a hoodie or whatever. Like, I mean, sometimes I'll even just get the body of the hoodie finished in a day, but, you know, and the sleeves and stuff, and that will just take, like 3 hours or something, and then I'll do the next day the hood, right? Yeah, that's just like, but I know that's only 4 hours of work, so I only charge 4 hours of work, but that's just like a personal choice whenever I do that. But I don't mind doing it all in one live stream, because like, it's just, sometimes it's just easier to get it all done and then just relax until the next one, you know, because, you know, I like to make max 3 garments a week, but you know, during the summertime, I like to do like 1 to 2 because it's the summertime and I'm lazy and like it's too hot out to work all the time, and I just don't mind like relaxing, you know. And I don't know, like also I don't really get sales all that often, so I'm not like if I was selling out all the time, yeah, then I would obviously have to hire other people, you know, and hire them and pay them to like be to hand them off of work, and hand them the work I don't want to do, right? And they just do it, and I pay them, and then, you know, we're all happy, and then, you know, that's it, and then I get the sale. But that's not happening. So, you know, like right now, I don't mind just being a one-man person doing the live streams, just doing it at my own pace. And, you know, apparently my pace does make people uncomfortable, which doesn't make much sense to me, because I am doing this in like 6 hours, and I'm not rushing like at all. Like, it depends on the garment, right? Some of my garments take 5 hours, some of my garments take 6, some of my garments take 4, some of them take less than that, depending how fat. Like the most recent pair of pants, it took under 6 hours. So, you know, like, I can do it. It's just that I just have to learn the technique every single time, and every single time I do it, I get better and better at the technique, and I just know what to do next. And the thing is that when you make your own pattern, you don't have the instructions, because you don't make your own pattern. So, you know, there's like a problem with that when it comes down to, you know, being the one that, like, when you always make your own, when you don't use a commercial pattern, how do you sew a non-commercial pattern? How do you make a pattern that you asked a pattern maker to make for you, where you're in class making with a pattern maker, right? Well, you really don't have instructions. You just have to, like, assume, like, this is that, like it's a puzzle. You have to figure out how to do the puzzle, and it's complex, and it's hard, and there's a lot of work to it. And, you know, like, I'm not the best at puzzles. I'm gonna be straight up to you. Like, I'm not a puzzle person at all. But I don't know, there's something about this enjoyment of me, of like challenging myself to how to put this puzzle together, and I like to do it in a certain amount of time, you know, and that's not me rushing. So that person that said I'm rushing, leave me the hell alone. I'm gonna do whatever I want at my own pace, and that makes you insecure. That's you. I don't care who you are, but you know, and that should be anybody. Everybody should work at their own pace. Like, be comfortable at your own pace, and if other people are uncomfortable at your pace, then just let them be, because, you know, you're never gonna make everyone happy. just because I don't put, you know, blazers don't have pockets, and that person said all blazers have pockets. No, he doesn't know anything about a blazer. I don't think he's ever worn a blazer in his life. So, you know, what I'm trying to say is that, like, the people are judgmental and don't know what the hell they're talking about, and you're gonna let them ruin your day. Like, I you know, if they keep on, if they harass you and they're in a hate mob, yeah, of course it's gonna, you know, it's gonna maybe ruin a moment in your day. But, like, you know, like, it's just not a fun time. But, like, one person, you can just be like, you're an idiot. Like, they don't have to look at it anyways, you know. But anyways, I do enjoy, like, all of this cutting and sewing and stuff like that. And yes, these pants did take 6 hours. Like, you can literally go watch the VOD. Like, it's literally live streamed publicly to everyone to watch. And, you know, this got over, like 2,000 views or something at the live stream, which is, like, uncommon for me. Like, the first time I ever got, like, 2K views was, like, during December. And I don't know, I guess it was, like, during, like, a break or something, or, like, holiday or something in December, and all these people just started coming in. And then, during the summer, I've been getting so many views all of a sudden. Like, my view count just skyrocketed, which is crazy. Well, thank you for everyone, you know, I just want to say thank you for everyone that's been watching all these videos, and my view count skyrocketing and stuff. Like, that's crazy how it just, like, popped off like that. And James, you did predict that. Well, You were right. Well, thank you so much for saying that. It means a lot to me when people are kind like that. And, at the end of the day, I just enjoy sewing, and I'm okay with being a sewing buddy, but I'm not going to be your teacher or your mentor. I can give you tips and tricks, and you can have discussions in the comment sections or the live streams or whatever, but, I can't teach you how to sew. That's not me. I just don't feel like I'm ready to teach you how to sew. Maybe I can guide you or inspire you, or how I iron everything as I go and stuff like that. I can help you to figure out how to make a better garment, but I certainly can't teach you how to make the full garment, because I'm not gonna sell you my patterns, and I'm not gonna be Bob Ross, and I don't want to read out every single step every single time and say, oh, mistakes are great, whatever. Yeah, I love mistakes, and I put mistakes in all my garments now because I don't care anymore. Okay, so but that's just a personal choice. But I like it when you guys tell me you guys are sewing, and I like it when you show me your projects. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I'm happy that you guys are doing your own thing while I'm doing my own thing, because I personally don't want to I don't want to teach you how to do it. Go take a class. And you won't regret a class. All classes are great. Maybe you won't have a good teacher. I don't know. I don't know your situation. I don't know where you live. I only know 2 good teachers in my area, and I would recommend out of all the sea of teachers where I live, because I live in a city. So there's a lot of places here, but that's just my experience. You might have a way better experience than I want. I hope you have a way better experience. I hope you're way better at this. I hope you get way more out of this than you want, than I even get out of it. So I'm not jealous of anyone and what they're doing. And I just hope all of you have a great experience with this as a hobby or as a profession or whatever you want to get into. Everything just takes time, and it's a skill. This is this isn't a doctorate degree or something where you have to go to 12 years of college to say you could do something, right? No, this is just how do you read a pattern? How do you cut out the pattern? How do you chop out the pattern? Chop up the pattern for sizing. And how do you make sure what pieces that go into the pattern, and how do you lay out the pattern on the fabric, and how do you cut out the pattern, and then how do you sew it all together? Okay, I don't want to teach that. Okay, and maybe you're a prodigy, and maybe you just get it instantly without any help or any classes or any teacher, and good for you. I wish and I hope the best for you. But I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a class. No matter no matter how good or bad you are, right? So you're just gonna be elevated as a person in the trade if you just take a class. Just even one class, pajama bottoms. That's what I recommend. I recommend everyone to do pajama bottoms. That's gonna be the helpful thing. I don't like drawstrings or elastic bands or anything or elastic waistbands or anything like that. Which is why I don't do that. Which is why I do Velcro and I do Velcro and I do zippers. But that also took me a long time to learn to do Velcro and zippers, because that's a highly detailed step in fashion, in the process of cutting and sewing fashion, right? Because that's not easy. I spent 50 hours in my first pair of pants, my first pair of real pants. I spent 50 hours cutting and sewing them together. It was a lot of work to do that. It wasn't just I didn't even remember how I did it, because I fried my brain. It was so much work. 50 hours is a long time to do one project, and that was just me. Maybe you can get it in 10. I don't know. I can do it in 6 now. So, what I'm saying is, I don't know how long it's going to take you to learn something on your first try. And I don't even know what you're going to keep in your head or not when you first do it, because you may screw up, and then you have to redo it, and whatever. I did that so many times, it took me 50 hours because I wasn't doing it right. I was taking my time and doing it slow. So I have done things slow, but I have taken my time. But it's just that when you get to the point where you understand how to do everything, why do I need to take my time anymore? Why? Wait, what am I wasting? I would just be wasting my time then. Because at that point, it just doesn't work anymore. Because I literally spent my whole time, 50 hours, or 50 hours in one pair and 30 hours on another, to learn how to do pants.
Like 80 hours in one thing is a long time. I know people are like, oh, whatever, like there's that stupid thing, 10,000 hours. Like, that's bullshit. That 10,000 hour thing is bullshit. Once you get it, you get it. It's all muscle memory. So like, yeah, I had to work on my muscle memory for 80 hours to understand pants, and then I had to learn how to do pattern making with pants, and so that was another 6 months. So yeah, it's not an easy process to learn this stuff. You just don't, in my opinion. Maybe you can learn it over. Like I said, you could be a childhood prodigy and you could be amazing, or just a prodigy in general. Like but like if you're not like me, I'm talking for the people that are like me and that are not and need help and need guidance and need like mentorships and teachers. Like that's who I'm speaking for. I'm not speaking for the people that just get it right away and don't need any help. Because I wasn't like that. I was very arrogant when I started. I thought I just got it all, but no. I had to start slow and build up 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 and build up. Like I had to do one project and then one project and then one project and one project and then one project, and then I take all those skills and move it on to the projects I wanted to do, and then I had to remember all the old stuff. And luckily, I did all the old stuff, but I had to redo it again and again and again and again. So it's just it's these small steps that build up to these great things in sewing, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. But people don't want to listen a lot of the time, and I understand. I was like that when I first started too, but yes, everything is literally small steps that build up to a great thing. This took me 6 hours of small steps to build up to the pants. Like you can go watch it all. Like this is just an abridged version of it, but every single step I do was just a small step, but I had to memorize and learn all these steps, all those small steps. And I don't have instructions because there's no instructions for pants that are, that are like mine, because no one else makes these pants. I'm the only one. So I can't go buy a commercial pattern with these pants and have all the instructions and have some corporation tell me how to cut and sew it together. No, that doesn't exist here. Literally everything is like nice tailored pants. Like, because it took me a long time to do that. And, I also spent 30 hours on nice tailored pants. So, I can do these things, but it's just not an easy thing to do for everyone. And I would not recommend to instantly go to nice tailored pants when you can't even read a pattern. Because, you're going to, the hardest thing out there, right? I mean, I can do these things because I actually, spent... I know how to do all the steps because I just know how to do all the steps. It's hard work. It's not easy. I can make blazers and I can do this because I did a shit ton of projects in between. And I know you guys, and you can look at my Instagram. I deleted a lot of my old stuff. I'm marketing that differently. My Instagram's dead. I don't even know why I have Instagram anymore. Instagram doesn't get me anywhere anymore. But it still exists. I prefer YouTube. Hope you all like and subscribe. Thank you so much. But it's stuff like that. That's what sewing is, and it's hard to understand if you don't do it your entire life. But I don't know. I assume there's other things you've done in your life that were small steps that equaled greatness, because we all do that. Like at school, like the times tables or something, or I don't know. I'm just giving an example. There's probably something out there. Well, anyways, I appreciate it. I hope you like and subscribe. I hope you have a great day. I hope you learned something. Bye. Thank you. More enjoyed the process or whatever you did while watching this live stream. And yeah. I'm gonna get comments for the way that I sent the steam in, and so I'm gonna get engagement. That's a form of engagement farming. It's just doing something wrong that people can visibly see, and then people comment on it. I could get 20,000 comments if I, you know what I mean? So I'm okay with 20,000 comments. People comment 20,000 times on something they didn't like about it. But yeah, I don't know. These pants are $300 if anyone's interested. I'll measure them, obviously. They're probably 35, but I could be completely wrong. Because I know I like these ones better. I made them better than the first ones that I made. But yeah. Hope all of you enjoy the way these pants look.
and whatnot. But yeah, these pants are look so much different from the last pair that I made. And they fit differently as well. They fit way looser. They're a looser fit. So I could make pants all different ways, I guess. I don't know how this ended up this way. I guess I think this is just a preference. Oh, I think it's because I didn't sew in this. I didn't take this side in as much. That's why. I made them look different. I don't know. No one's commented. I don't know if anyone likes these or not, but I definitely enjoyed making them. Very difficult to make, for sure. But I hope everyone is having a great day, a great night, a great evening. I hope you enjoy watching this later. I'm gonna make it into a VOD, obviously. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, do appreciate everyone that stopped by. These pants are on my Depop. Here's my Depop. It's also linked in my bio. It's the same name as whatever. If you want to purchase anything, these pants will be for sale. I'll put the measurements on later in the description. Anyways, bye. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great week.